43.
42. 41.
40.
39.
Number 1.
39.
38.
37.
36.
35.
34.
33. 32.
31.
30. 29.
28.
27.
26.
25.
24.
23.
21.
20.
19.
18.
17. 16.
15.
14.
13.
12.
11.
10.
9. 8.
7. 6. 5.
4.
3.5.
3.
2.
1.
Hey, Rocky, you want to see me pull a show out of my hat? Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! Hi, and welcome to the Mouthwash Talk Show, a minty fresh take on politics. I'm the host and creator of this wonderful show, Mouthwash. And, you know, this is a show 243. That's it. That's a lot. 4.5 years we've been doing this. It seems like a lot of things we've come through COVID and all sorts of different things. But we have, as you see in there, we're supposed to have a recorded interview with Jim Bopp, but he had an emergency this morning and could not get that done. So it has gotten rescheduled, but we're going to have some panel discussion because there's a lot of stuff going on even here in Indy, the state, redistricting possibilities. And, we have peace in the Middle East and we have war in Ukraine. There's just so many things going on and we need to talk about it. So we're going to talk about that stuff. But hey, I got some exciting news. We have this Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm going to show the great debate between Brad and Whitty. And they talked about redistricting. And I'm going to play this. I'm just going to play the intro to it. And then later on, we got a clip. I want to play a clip when we get everybody back here. And yes, we have Tiffany. Tiffany's back. She's been gone. She's been on walkabout down in Australia or somewhere. I don't know. She's back. Oh, she might not even be back. I think she is on location, maybe in an undisclosed area. But here you go. This is sort of the preview for our recorded debate between Brad Sawinski and Steve Whitmer. And yes, I was your moderator, and I grilled them with question after question until they cried. Well, no, they didn't cry, but it was a very good discussion. They're still friends, so that's good. And I don't know if there's a winner or a loser in this debate, but hopefully you're a winner if you watch it. So that was cool. But one thing I want to talk about, I didn't really make this too public. I asked on my Facebook page if I should run for or put in an application for the IURC, the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission. There's some openings on there, and I thought, why not? I mean, I've owned a sewer utility. I actually started one from scratch. I built the plant. I sat in front of the IURC for a day, and that was very expensive, by the way, to have an accountant and a lawyer there with you to do all that stuff. And I end up getting my permit and getting all that stuff done. So I know a little bit about this. I've actually worked on all the utilities. I used to put in transformer pads for the IPL. That's back in the 80s. We used to dig the trench, put the pipe in, pour the concrete for them to set a transformer on. I've put in 3,600 feet of water line and gave it to Bargersville so they could supply water to my subdivision. So I've worked on just about all the utilities. And, I heard the governor say, we want entrepreneurs. We want some people, maybe an outsider, maybe somebody that's actually done all this stuff, or maybe somebody that has receipts for saving money. Oh, yeah. So very, very timely today. So I'm going to read a little card. So I got this So Lisa, I come home and Lisa says, "Hey, you'll never guess. Somebody was in our driveway and they dropped off this basket with this card in it, and it's from Kenny and Judy Warden." And they say, "Hey, we continue to want to help the Mars Hill area. We give back every way we can, whether it's keeping clean around Marwood or adding to the blessing boxes around our neighborhoods." And then it says, "John, you and Lisa have been a true blessing to this community. Kenny and I can never thank you enough for all that you did in helping us save our creek bank. You and your amazing team of volunteers are so appreciated. Hope this small gift helps with all the Thanksgiving dinners you provide." And there was a $50 in there, like my grandma used to send me a card with money in it when I was in college. It was great. And then here you go. This is Lisa's. So Kenny makes these guitars. These are all handmade, and look at the details. It's got the little butt. It's crazy. But Lisa is a big Prince fan. I got to get a big Prince fan. So he dropped that off to us. And Kenny was a garage door installer for a bunch of years, and he's retired from it. Here's mine. I call this my Lee Greenwood special right here. He's made that, and then he puts a little card in there, and he talks about. I don't know if you can read it, but he used to be the rooftop Santa Claus back in the day. Then Judy says, "Hey, old man, you're not getting up on the roof anymore." And he makes these little items, little birdhouses and things. And I mean, they are just quality. He even makes a little stand to put it on. And it's all handmade. All of it's made. It's incredible. But this project, Kenny's project, he was at his wit's end, saw it on the news. My councilman, Jared Evans, had to shout out to him because we had a lot of help. Alan Bridwell, Jordan Moretti. We had a lot of people help. And I do have a link for I have a link to it. Let me see if I can put that up here. You can read the whole story. I don't want to bore you with all that, but you can read the story. I'm putting that out there there you go. You can click on that link. WTHR did some interviews with us, but he was, this creek bank had been eating away the bank, and it was literally about 4 feet from taking their house. It had already taken their backyard fence, just swallowed it. So he had gotten estimates for $100,000 to fix this thing. So we have a meeting with them. We say, "Hey, guess what? We're going to fix this thing for you. And guess what? We're going to raise the money for you." So we raised about $4,500. And we had a bake sale. Kenny had his birdhouses there selling those. We had raised about $1,500 there. My good buddy JJ with the Brothers Auto Parts, $1,000. Joe Fox from Marlin Crane donated the equipment. K&K Trucking, Chris Moore worked for. They donated the trucking. We had Dale Skaggs brought topsoil. We just had a bunch of volunteers. We end up fixing that thing for $2,300. $2,300. $100,000 project for $2,300. And that's what my thinking was with this IURC. If we have somebody in there that has receipts for actually saving money and getting some things done, I thought maybe they might want to look at that. But I didn't even get a chance to do it. I filled out the resume. I had 6 references, pretty solid ones, I thought, and I thank those folks for sticking their neck out. And I could get a lot of references to do this, but I don't even know if they even read the applications. I think they already knew who they had picked, and that's how it goes. But good news is I'm not going to take a pay cut, and and I'm not going to have to go into an office because 35 years I've been my own boss. But I was ready to to make that happen if it happened. But hey, guess what? We don't have to worry about it. We're not having to worry about it. I'm disappointed, but it's not the end of the world. I'm sort of over it. So hopefully we get a good person or some people in there that will actually cut rates. There's one thing I would guarantee is that I would be able to cut rates, and I would be able to probably help these utility companies make more money and still cut rates. So I guess the world will never know. So anyway, that's that. And I'm going to go ahead. I'll tell you what, I'm going to play a clip. It looks like Tiffany's ready and Brad's ready. Oh, and Lucy, I just got a text from Lucy. She got 12 chickens given to her. So she's driving. So she might pop in a little later. There's always something going on here with everything. So let's go to this. I'm going to play this clip. It's about 32 seconds. This is a clip of the great debate between Steve Whitmer and Brad Sawinski talking about redistricting. This is just one part of it. And you'll have to tune in Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm just going to play the recording. It's not going to be anything about that, but it's about a 40-minute debate. I thought it was very good. We answered some questions. And yes, I think this redistricting is going to happen. So hold on to your hats. Get ready for some wild primaries this spring. And let's go. So here you go. Here's a clip. And then I'll bring on our panel.
Doesn't mean that you shouldn't be deprived.
But the question is that neither one of you politicians, you've dodged this question. And
No,
I'm going to go back to Steve on this.
It will not help voter turnout.
Do you think it's going to not? Is that what you're saying?
It's not going to help voter turnout.
Not going to help. What do you say, Brad? Improve it or
again? I hope it does, but I think the whole idea behind redrawing the districts is to suppress votes. I don't think it's to like increase any kind of voter availability or voter, turnout.
All right. There's no warning there. No warning.
No warning whatsoever.
No. It's just let's go. Now I can't get the stuff to work around here. Hold on. StreamYard. I love it.
Oh, wow. Look, Brad, you're in 4K.
I mean, almost. And really, it was just like a switch on StreamYard. So that was my on settings.
Yeah, you did. You look better. It's almost like Tiffany. It's almost like he cleaned off his camera, isn't it?
Very much so.
I told you guys.
So you're in an undisclosed location, huh, Tiff? You're not even in the Indiana area.
I am not.
No, we can't tell you where you are with all this stuff going on these days. You just never know, right? You just got.
What are you eating though? Because that's blurred out too, and that's just crazy to me.
It's a Butterfinger.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, in my undisclosed location, I have reaffirmed my love for Butterfingers. You crunch it once, and it just kind of is there forever. So.
Oh yeah, it just sticks in all your dental. Yeah, it's good. It's a candy bar that just keeps on giving. It's awesome.
Keeps on giving.
It's awesome. So hey, Tiff,
I just finished a V8, so I feel really balanced.
You're just like knocking it down with some tomatoes. That's good. I picked my last tomatoes. I think we're gonna have the frost here, but yeah, I still was getting some tomatoes. But yeah, the garden is, it's gardening's like buying a new car. You get excited when you get that new car, and when you trade it in, it's like I'm over it. By the end of the year, the weeds and it's been a good garden this year. I'd say it has been a good garden. Lots of corn, lots of stuff. It's all good. But anyway, I'm a little disappointed, Brad, that we didn't have our Jim Bopp, but it sounds like we're still going to get it done.
Yeah, like it was last night. I guess something happened. It was a client that came up, and my dad was even like, the guy's familiar with the Supreme Court, Brad. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, it's freaking nuts. He even agreed to talk to me. So I'm going to keep
the patience is, it is tricky sometimes getting people to do this. But it's always fun. We've
very cordial and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I've listened to a couple of his other interviews and everything, and he's very, he's of the mindset because you disagree about stuff doesn't mean that you can't, at least have a conversation.
Well, he's come to the right place. To the right place. So, the big debate, what do you think? Tiffany, you saw that little clip there. What do you think? Is that we're going to get some viewers on it? I think it's going to be
great. And Brad, I loved what you just said about we can disagree, but it doesn't mean that we hate each other. So just to let you know where I am, I'm in North Carolina. I'm taking care of my dad. And my dad and I disagree politically. And we had a couple of dust-ups. But I think that I think I'm converting him, and I feel really good about it. We had and I can tell you about it later, but we had a conversation about Trump, and he did not blow his mind, and he actually agreed with me. So it starts slowly, so that's where I am.
So let's talk about that. We got a list of, since we don't have Jim on, we're going to have panel discussion, and the No Kings thing. I don't know why they didn't just call it "I Hate Trump" rally. Brad, why did they call it? Why did they just say that?
Because it doesn't have the same ring to it, and I think No Kings makes a lot of people mad, and it's kind of funny to watch.
I
Just
know,
from
I mean, I
stir in the
didn't.
pot kind of a thing. Like, and even the way that Whitty was talking about, everybody that dressed up in your costumes, like you look like idiots. You don't look like you're. And I'm laughing because it's like, yeah, that's the point. Is that we do look like idiots, or the people who dress up do look like,
But those are the people who would dress up for anything. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just like to dress up. I mean, they just want to,
There was a point behind it though, too. I mean,
whatever. These people are dressing up once a quarter.
Yeah.
I do not like to dress up.
Bring attention to the many faults of the administration and just how much power they're kind of trying to get.
So
They had a no vaccine rally.
I mean, where was one?
We had one at the governor's mansion.
Like
human petri dish.
If there were this many people against the Biden administration, like where were those rallies? Where were those?
We were all working.
I'm a graduate of UNC, and they call them a wine and cheese crowd. Your anti-Biden folks, it's a wine and cheese crowd, and less likely to gather in silly outfits and stand around outside.
Do you think there's going to be another one?
Of course there will.
Another Kings? No Kings?
Yeah.
Well, that's when they're going to call it the We Three Kings rally.
No, I bet you. Yeah, I don't think this is going to stop happening.
No. Okay, so I got a serious question for you both.
People have signs. They have their signs ready. They got their outfits. They got their people. They got people on speed dial. They'll be doing this stuff for the next 2 years.
So hold on a second. That's a good point. That's a good point. Now, where do you who's funding all these signs? You look at all these signs.
Funding? Like, this is the weirdest thing.
But they're the same sign. It's I've had political campaigns. These signs are not cheap. They're not cheap. Somebody's got to put them together. Somebody's financing the thing. Who is that?
I mean, it doesn't cost a lot of money to get signs of a not trademarked item. Just you can
I saw several of the same signs in all these rallies. The same, like the little king sign and with
that's just
yellow
the logo of it, I guess.
Yeah, those don't print themselves.
John, the question is,
look at all of the handmade signs though. Like, are you guys missing how hilarious those are?
The question is if somebody trademarked it. That's the question.
No. Oh, okay. Well, did somebody trademark it?
The little thing that would be hilarious. That would be.
It's not expensive to get a poster. Like if I personally wanted to get one poster.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm talking about the ones that are the printed signs that are on both sides on the stick. They're not homemade. They're not. None of those.
Do that with staples in a stick. Like it's not.
I think there's a YouTube. There's a YouTube out there for make your own no king sign.
All right. Well, I still think that.
Hi, everybody, we're going to be making our own no king sign today. I've got all the materials here.
Well, funny how you guys but it's like, how is that not just protesting though?
Is that how they talk, Tiffany? Is that how the people talk?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're using this marker today. We're going to be making our signs. Oh my gosh! Bring all of your creativity to your sign.
The people who I know that went, you're telling me that they,
No, I'm just saying. Just the signs that I saw, there was people that had signs that were clearly mass produced. You can look at the videos. They're mass produced signs and they're handing them out and I just wonder who financed all that stuff. I mean, is it, I think it's a fair question, but apparently,
I feel like that could be any Democrat campaign, to be honest.
Okay, there you go. Then that's.
I mean, I would do it. Like, I would donate to that. Like, if there's a fund to make those signs, I should look into that. John, that exists, and I don't know. You should
sponsor that at the library. Have a sign making.
Would you reserve a room at the library and bring in the glue sticks and the craft paint?
Yeah, but you would have to make it to where you can make a sign for both sides or whatever side that you want. Like
everybody make a sign. You can say Kings yes, and you can say Kings no.
It reminds me of that song "Sign Everywhere."
The other funny part of it too is that the other side of the argument is yes, Kings.
I don't know. I don't know if there's
Exactly.
I don't know if there is
So how
another
can you
side to the
argue
argument.
against- It's also
you
funny
said
on that.
everybody gets to make a sign. So
Okay.
that's like it's like what's the other side of no kings? Yes, kings.
Yeah, and that's
Queens.
part of the
We
funny
want
thing
queens.
too is that
Long live the queen. Okay, so we're not getting anywhere with that. Let's go to the next question. So my next question is, how can you hate somebody so much that, I mean, I see some of these people talking about this stuff and it's just physically gnawing at them. I don't get it. I got people suing me and different things, and I don't hate them. I and I should. I probably should, but I don't.
Are you talking about the guy who released the AI video of him dumping shit on
Yeah,
his
that
own
too.
country?
I mean, it's like, it's
Right.
almost like we're having they're trolling. That side's trolling, and the other side's
president
getting
of the
trolled.
United States released that video.
It's just like, yeah. It's
Again, why is it not the top down? Why is it the other way around? That's not
Hey.
how.
I just think, it's like, I think they think that's funny and that they're trolling and they're doing this, and
But
that's just.
then the outrage of the other side. There's always the other side that's just as outraged. And
Oh
it's
yeah.
just
Well, I
exhausting.
think we're getting to that point where the sensationalism has to keep notching up, notch up, notch up, notch up. And I think we're to the point now where people are dying. People are getting assassinated and shot and
But
threatened.
there wasn't any violence like at these rallies. Like, and look how many. I mean, I don't know what the final count was of how many millions or whatever, but like,
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just random towns too. Like, there were a lot of towns in Indiana that had them.
Oh yeah,
That's
they
why
said there
I
was
just think it's gonna keep-
2,500 different rallies. But my thing is like,
Brad, you got to know where to draw the lines.
Wait, no, but those maps haven't been drawn yet, right? Because they haven't called the special session.
Okay, so Jimmy Bennett's making a good thing here. There's better topics to talk about than this, but let's do talk about the redistricting. So Tiffany, have you heard anything? I mean, you know some politicians. Have you heard anything about or you're not going to say, are you? Like you got that smile, like I know what's
literally. I took my dad to a 3-hour eye appointment today. I mean, I'm not hearing anything. They don't even have magazines anymore.
Yeah, the deal is right now it's happening in November.
Yeah.
So that's it's.
Do you guys think that Braun is passionate about this?
No, I think it's the biggest hot potato.
But Micah said that Braun is very passionate about this, and in a news article in the Capital Chronicle the other day, I think, and it made me laugh because I'm like, that's what I thought too, John. I'm like, he's not passionate about this. If he was passionate, it would have.
I don't think any of them want to. So let's think about it. I know, and you have to watch the debate because we talk about a lot of this stuff there in the debate. And
I won that. It was a conversation.
Oh.
My favorite part was at the end when Whitty burst into tears and was like, "Brad, I love your argument so much."
Begged for mercy for a clean death.
So how did you win? Was it scored? Was there a rubric to work from?
No, but it was more of conversations. It always ends up that Whitty just agrees with me.
Whitty was there just to troll Brad. Come on,
he says a lot like, "Yeah, I agree with you, Brad, on that one." And it's a weird feeling when that happens.
What were you talking about? Oxygen being good?
No, Brad is Brad is it's funny. Yeah, you have to watch the thing. It really I asked a lot of good questions and they did a good job. They tried to dodge some questions and I didn't let them. You saw that clip. I didn't let them dodge it. They tried.
Oh yeah. And we both realized that too, I think.
So we have other things here to talk about. Oh, let's talk about the White House. Did you see that Trump was hacking half the White House down?
I did not.
You didn't see that? I mean, he's like chopped off some of the. I don't.
Have any of you guys seen the building plans, or have they released anything like that? Like what outside of the weird ass AI image of the ballroom looking, completely huge compared to the White House?
Well, I didn't. They did something
color.
to the Rose Garden. They had something in the Rose Garden today, or near there was, and I guess Rand Paul didn't get invited or something like that. So there was some controversy there. So I don't know. So and Jimmy says other presidents. Well, yeah, they've done renovations.
Yeah, and I mean Truman had to redo the whole thing.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. So you think this is sort of a non-issue, but people are making an issue about it. I think it's anything.
Oh no, I think it's horrible what he's doing because again,
I think he's
behind all of this to ensure that people don't make flippant kind of renovations to a place that does not belong to them for any longer than 8 years.
Yeah, I think the people that are mad about it, but I mean, he's got a track record. He's got receipts for building stuff, even though they may have a couple gold toilets in there.
Do you think that these guys are going to get paid?
Yeah, that good. You never know. I mean, you never know. I mean, it's non-taxpayer money. So
there's a great article about it on PBS. 9 things to know about the $250 million ballroom Trump is adding to the White House.
Wait, $250 million? What was that?
That's a lot of money. I mean, I've done some.
I just brought up about something else. Like somebody was going to sue the Department of Justice for like $230 million. Huh.
So here's one for you. The Arizona Attorney General is suing Mike Johnson because he won't install this newly elected House of Representatives lady and he says, well, hey, we're not going to be in session. I want to install her when we're in session. I mean, what do you think? I mean, he's playing hardball. He's playing hardball?
So what's the different part? Is she a Democrat trying to get into office?
Oh, well, that ding, 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 Tiffany, boy, we can't get anything past you. Damn. Yeah. So, and I think it's a good play because, hey, who's holding this thing up or who is voting against it? I'm not saying blaming one or the other, but it's the Democrats. So if the Democrats
you're not blaming one or the other, but it's the Democrats.
If they're not in session, then could they really bring on somebody new?
I think a judge can install this person, but it's tradition, and I like traditions. Don't get me wrong, I like traditions. We should, treat everybody fairly. She should get the pomp and circumstance of being able to be.
When the federal government is in session.
No, ding, ding, ding. Brad, Tiffany's right. What do you say?
A useless tool.
You can give her a freaking parade if you want.
No, but just even the things that he says, like when he talks about, the Hate America rally or that Democrats are like the party of Hamas. It's like.
Is that like Andrea Hunley calling him a terrorist?
Yeah, exactly. It's like. Everybody kept saying that, they're the what is that? The fear mongering. That was what Woody kept saying, was that Democrats are fear mongering about stuff. And it's like,
well, I don't get the end of it, honestly, the no kings thing. It's like that really just is a little bit outlandish. We still have checks and balances. I don't like the fact that I got a phone and a pen and I can do executive orders. My thing would be on the Congress would be, hey, Congress, if you don't like Trump having tariffs or whatever, make a friggin' law. You guys make the laws. If you don't like something or if Trump's not getting something through, then, hey, why don't you guys have a majority here and get it done?
He's doing exactly what he wants to right now, though.
Right, because Congress is sitting on their – never mind.
Yeah.
And
so the Republicans could end this just as soon, too. Like, I don't –
this is what you call old-fashioned peeing contest. Somebody's going to run out of pee at some point, and
I think Trump's fine with that.
I mean, Tiffany, is the shutdown affecting you on any level at all?
My niece works for the federal government. So here in Fayetteville, it's right outside of Fort Bragg, the new Fort Bragg, named for the other guy and named for the PFC and not the general. So she works on Fort Bragg and she's furloughed. So she's not even going to work. And like other young people, she doesn't have 6 months of savings set aside. So we will probably be pooling some money to help her with her expenses. So definitely that's an issue. Bumped into my other niece at the grocery store. She too is furloughed. But luckily for her, she's a disabled veteran, so she does have some income coming in. And veterans are paid regardless of if the government's working or not. I was sitting next to this lady at dinner last night, and she lost her job. She was on a contract with the government, didn't get renewed. There's a shutdown. So you feel it differently in a town that supports a military base.
Oh yeah. So I'm sure there is. And and that's the thing. Me personally, the last 30 days or whatever we've had of this thing. How do you figure it out? Oh, you figure it out by the days in this month, 21 days, because it started on the 1st. It just doesn't affect me. But one of the things that really sort of bothers me is the Congress. They're still getting paid. I'm thinking if the government shut down because of those guys and gals, they shouldn't be getting paid. Maybe that would start, making a move a little more. When I heard that, I thought that's ridiculous.
Here, John, here's a fun one, and I will get some of this wrong, but I was at dinner a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to this lady's husband, and he works for the Federal Department of Transportation. And I asked him, I said, "Oh, how are you doing with the shutdown?" And he said, "It doesn't affect me because the Department of Transportation, their wages are funded through a trust that Congress has kind of like pre-funded. So if the government shuts down, it still works." And I was like, oh my goodness, that's genius that they had the foresight to know that no matter what kind of, craziness and shenanigans is going on, that some things should be funded no matter what. Also, like your veterans and your retirees funded under something different, so those systems don't fall apart. But I loved that the Department of Transportation had some foresight.
Well, and there's like 11 or 12 appropriations that's in this budget. They could separate them all, but they all want to do this omnibus. They want to put it all in one thing. And
wait, you're talking about the big beautiful bill?
Well, that but that one, it got passed. So it's, and I don't know why you'd name it that. That's just a silly name. Just name it that. We're going to spend all your money, your kids' money, and kids' money.
That's what kings do.
That's what the big. They should have called it the Crown Royal bill.
If only there was like,
guillotine.
I wish I could find a meme with like him with a little crown.
There's like a bunch of them, aren't there?
Yeah.
Oh, you're being sarcastical.
Yeah, he's the one posting this shit now. Like, so it's
somebody's. But what about the guys with the sombreros? That was well done.
Yeah, I think
that was just his sense of humor, right? That's
that was.
That's what he's just showing.
So he's talking about memes and stuff. You're talking about the JD Vance and the couch. I don't get that. I guess he likes couches, but he's over in Israel. Let's talk about that. He's over in Israel, and I was listening to a little bit of him on the radio this morning, talking about being there and his the way he does things, his method. He likes to, go to the place and look the people in the eye and see what really is going on. And I'm like, wow, that's sort of refreshing that a politician would actually get out of their car and look around. I think more would do it. It'd be nice. And I think, to your point, Tiffany, if some of these lawmakers would come visit your friends, your niece, and your family that are, nearly homeless and have to collect money from the family to survive, they might see a different story of things. But right now, it's
grocery prices are down, right?
Hey, egg prices are down, Brad.
Oh my God! Did you see there are a bunch of eggs that are going to get slaughtered, or chickens?
Oh yeah, they got the flu's coming back. This is the time of the year the flu, gets back. So our friend John Rust filled us in on that. Fortunately, his chickens, he's about half back to where he was before. But yeah, it's an ongoing thing, and that's one of the things that the Trump administration could do. They could approve the vaccination of the chickens. Yeah. Hey, let's give them all.
No vaccinations.
Yes, there is for chickens.
Chickens should be able to choose whether or not they're getting vaccinated, John.
They said, pocket.
Really, Brad?
What?
Their chicken's their choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody likes chicken. Tastes like chicken. So we got JD Vance over in the Middle East. Oh, so here's a plea for our
viewing audience. So I'm on the board for the Candles Holocaust Museum, and we're looking for a space in metropolitan Indianapolis for our Indianapolis-based museum. We have one in Terre Haute, and we want to move to Indianapolis. So if anybody knows of any buildings with like a parking lot that would welcome transitioning to the Candles Museum, please just send me a message.
Oh, there's plenty of vacancies downtown. You could get
Good job for the young
buy
Republicans.
a whole quarter of the circle for like $5 million now. So it's all good. Bring your own bullets. BYOB. So we have I was going to ask you about I got the question. I got it, man. It gets late for elderly people and you start forgetting things. How many more days do you think the government shutdown will go down? Will go on. Tiffany, you go first. How many days?
Maybe another week. I think right when we get to like the end of the month, you got to get it together. It'll be open by Halloween.
By Halloween, it'll be trick or treat. It'll be open government. All right. Anybody in the chat? I want to see your numbers. How many days? Brad, how many days?
I think maybe before Thanksgiving, like mid-November.
So you're looking at 23 more days, pretty much.
Yeah.
30 more days.
30 more days.
Yeah, and I think I read an article somewhere, and I can look it up, but Indiana's like one of the least affected states by the federal shutdown. So I don't know if our viewpoints might be skewed. I mean, Tiffany, like you mentioned, like if you're near something that is like a federal town, then yeah, you're gonna really feel the brunt of it.
Yeah, and then it's going to ripple through the economy because people have disposable income. You've got Christmas coming up. If people aren't getting paid, they're not going to buy Christmas gifts. It's going to. He already said,
instead of $3, buy $1. Like he already said this out loud.
Did he? He did say that back when the bridge collapsed. They were talking about imports.
He was talking about yeah, instead of $3, like you can just have one,
Yeah,
and it's like the doll might cost a little bit more. And it was like, okay. So
here we go. After New Year's, that's one we got there. So I don't know.
If it lasted through Christmas, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
It would be like sub-Saharan Africa in the United States.
Well, think about it. No, I don't think any side has changed. If you're on the Democrat side, your feet are dug in, and if you're on the side of shut it down, Republicans, don't give in. I think that the line's drawn. And
what happened to Trump's saying that the shutdowns fall on the president? Like,
yep.
I mean,
I don't know how it could be that. It's the Congress. The Congress is where it falls, Brad. I mean, you could say that the president had something to do with it. But
I'm saying that was his opinion.
Yeah. Well, I think his opinion is. I don't think he's right a lot of times. He's like a broken clock. He's right maybe twice a day.
John, he's been the most right person who has ever lived.
Just ask him, right? So here we go. Tommy I says at least 61 days. So he's thinking that. So one of the things is
what happens after 60 days. Is that?
I don't know. It's just we have a 59 day. So I asked total days.
I feel like we're on.
I think that this shutdown will be the longest ever.
It already is.
To the list of accomplishments, it's the second longest now. And remember, the last time the long one happened in the 95. That was when Bill Clinton was losing his mind. So all the interns home. All the interns go home.
But wait, what's in first place right now? Who was president during that one?
The second longest one was Bill Clinton, or there might have been another one. I don't know.
I think Trump has both of them now.
Trump has both of them now.
Yeah, Trump.
You want to be the definitive winner. I mean, second, and third.
He knows how to bring people together and keep things going.
So let's do that. So we still have the tariffs, and I really thought when these tariffs were in place that they would not last this long. The China tariff I tell you, there's a very big similarity between the China tariff and the Democrats and Republicans on their, coming together on this budget or this shutdown.
John,
Very
let me
similar.
ask you, how have these tariffs affected you?
Yeah, well, hey, I couldn't get the Caterpillar parts because some of them came in from there or Canada, maybe. I don't know. It was one of them that there was a machine that is a Canadian machine. And if you try to get it, you're going to pay like 60% more. So guess what? You're not going to buy that machine. So that's something that I was looking at to buy as far as a capital improvement for my company. But so now I'll just wait until the tariff's gone. But my thing is like, okay, you'd think that China would, I mean, they got a lot of people. They got 1.4 billion people to feed.
China is not living paycheck to paycheck.
You don't think so? I think they got people that are working in the sweatshops over there and all that, and who knows what else.
I was going to say, like, do we even know?
I don't even know.
Like, we don't. We don't know the
my grandpa loved China when he was in the war. He was served in Burma and China, and he loved the culture. And he was.
I want that on a T-shirt. Robert Malicki.
Which one?
Robert, like, I want that on a T-shirt because of the Democrats.
Yeah.
And I just want to go places wearing that because that is spot on how to blame something.
So here we go. Jennifer says
anything in your life.
Only because you said because of the Democrats. So my dad and I were talking yesterday, and we were talking about the divide between the rich and the poor. And we were just talking about how, manufacturing jobs have gone away. And, Trump, we were talking about the tariffs. And I said, well, Trump's trying to bring back some of these manufacturing jobs to the United States. They're really important. And my dad's like, well, when did those jobs go away? And I was like, well, actually, it was NAFTA under Bill Clinton. And he was like, you can't blame Bill Clinton. I said, well, it wasn't Bill Clinton per se, Dad, but it was during his administration. And we went on to talk about NAFTA and how we sacrificed the American worker so that we could raise other countries out of poverty. China, Taiwan, Japan, every place, India, places that things are manufactured now. And one of the things I found in the reading was that we got rid of these manufacturing jobs. And so there was more choice and a lower cost of goods. And people in other countries, came out of poverty. But what happened to that American worker was when there was no replacement for manufacturing work, they went to the service industry, and then where wages stagnated and it choked them. So, making the world, more interdependent and expanding commerce, great for other people, but for America, for a lot of ways, it hurt a lot. It hurt for American workers. That hurt Indiana more than it hurt a lot of other places.
Yeah, because we made refrigerators and we made a lot of stuff. They still make a lot of RVs and a lot of medical devices up north. Northern Indiana makes a lot of things. We made RCA used to make TVs right here and we don't have that.
Replace those jobs with. You don't go from manufacturing to healthcare in a day.
No, it sounds like the government should step in because it sounds like a lot of people made a lot of money off of that probably. And, the
initial go round. Oh, yeah. Yes. Large employers, large corporations, they made money, off of this free trade agreement. But the average American who worked in manufacturing, nothing. Those jobs were pension jobs. Those jobs never came back.
Almost like the wealthy want to help the wealthy get more wealth.
Yeah, so
that was a terrible thing back in 1994. Whose administration was that?
All I'm saying is that can't we agree that that's where we are now and that's not how it should be?
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the healthcare situation. That is the crux of the Democrats' issue with healthcare. My thing is, like, anytime the government subsidizes anything, it turns out to be a mess. You look at the student loan situation. We can give you a student loan, and you go to college and do all this, and we're going to guarantee those loans. And what happens? College tuition is up 500% from when I went to school. Unbelievable how much it cost. It cost for one of my kids to go to college. Cost 1 year cost my entire 5 years. Yes, 5 years of college.
Hey, I went for 5.
I should have never left. It was just like,
That's
it was like a utopia. It was just the funnest thing ever.
It was a liberal. I mean, it was
running around on campus. It's weird.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
when you got gray hair and you're I'm trying to be.
They're all liberal indoctrination centers now, John.
They try to do it even back then. So what they do is they send these credit card peoples to give you credit cards.
Oh yeah,
they hook you into the debt right away.
Yeah,
yeah, it's something else. But all that being said, I have a undergrad degree, I have a master's degree, and I'm basically a bricklayer. So what good is an education?
You know what? Those bricks are so well laid, and they are so well touched, and those are like intelligent bricks.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Tiffany, for noticing. A lot of tears in my eye. But I mean, I think, and I look at the value of the college. I got to be a college athlete. I got lifelong friends out of the deal. But do I use? I use my graphic design degree, and I use the psychology master's degree to some extent. At least I know the words of the disorders that I have. I know what they're called now. So that's a plus. But and then you see people like Mike Rowe, does dirty jobs, or even Charlie Kirk was out on the college campuses and saying, "Hey, you're getting scammed." And I don't know if
there's a lot of truth to that, though. I think a lot of kids
people are getting scammed. Some people are, some people are not.
Well, these
I think they're just convinced that they need to go a certain way, Whereas, I'm all for trade schools and everything like that. Like, if I could go back, I would probably go back and be an electrician. I think that's.
Oh, you look like an electrician. I mean, you do. Most electricians, they got the beard. Most electricians look just like you.
But I think it's fascinating, and I think that is always something that will need to be known.
If I went back to college, I would go back for construction management. I think one of the most amazing things in the world is being able to build a house.
Yeah, it's harder than you think, but it's easier than you think. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I mean,
I
think it's amazing. To me, it's like magic, and I would go back to school for that.
It's I see Joseph Borka in the chat. He's a good handyman. If you need some odds and ends done around your house, he's your guy. I've built probably 15 or 20 houses. I don't know. And I've built a couple for me. I've built my own. And I always, speaking of electrician, I always have a couple switches that I was thinking, why did I put these switches this way? I wish I would have done it the other way. Like my Mars Hill house. I wish I would have put a 3-way switch from when you walk in the bedroom to when you walk by the bathroom, because that would be easier to turn the lights on and off when you're going through. So just little things like that drive you crazy. And it's always the devil's in the details. But, here in Marion County, the permitting process to build something is I just won't do it. I just won't do it. I got a building that I would love to renovate here in Mars Hill, and I'm not going to let those pirates come overcharge me for fees and not add anything to my project, or not let me get it done. So I'm just not playing their game. So they can just see my boarded up project. They're on the corner of Farnsworth and Mars Hill Street until we get a new administration. It's going to play ball. So anyway,
I was looking in the comments, and Joseph Borka said the real scam is that you can't discharge student loans in bankruptcy. So that is not only making it so that some student loans are not forgivable or forgiven, but really making sure that we're taxing people who better themselves. Just continue to tax them. I think the interest rate on student loans shouldn't be more than 2%. So
yeah, for my daughter was 8.5%, and I think it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. and it was a Parent Plus loan. And I thought, well, that means that it's me and her. We're in this together. No, it was pretty much me. That's what Parent Plus means. The plus sign must mean the parent has the money. That's what I
Parent
think.
plus their money.
Yeah, plus their money. You got something for me. But those loans are tough. Now you think about it. Let's go back. Let's parallel that with the vaccine. You can't sue the vaccine companies. So if you start to see a similarity here, it's like, wait a second, that's just not right. You should be able to, so if you're investing your money, say when it's a down economy, when I had to do my student loan, and you're getting 8.5% on a guaranteed loan, why, sure, they're going to loan it to you. And I paid more in interest on that loan than I did on the loan. So it was like a $40,000 loan, and I paid $86,000, but it was all said. And that's when I paid 36 in one chunk. That wasn't if the whole lifetime of the loan. It seemed like it got more and more every year. It's like I've been paying, and it's still the principal and the interest is still way up there. It's like I was like, it was terrible. So I'm just glad that
seems unfair. That seems a little unfair.
I think that
capitalism would allow that.
I think the amount of money that people should be charged should be capped. I graduated college in '96, and I might have had maybe under $20,000 in college in student loans, and I paid $100 a week for like 20 years.
Yeah. Well, I graduated in '85 and I had $4,000 student loan, and I don't even remember pay. I mean, just didn't take long to pay it off. I don't even remember making payments hardly on it. So, and I was only making $8.50 an hour, which was pretty good in there.
Yeah.
But it's construction and all that. And, I'd lived, I bought a house up there, Brentwood, 42nd and Post, bought it for $6,000 and assumed the mortgage from 1965. So yeah, I was like living large. I had hardly any payment. I had like $100 mortgage payment.
Okay.
I
don't know why people nowadays aren't into the housing market. Like, do you realize how ridiculous that is? Sorry.
I know it was crazy. I mean, and I loved it up there. People say, "Oh, that's a rough neighborhood." Well, I don't know if I'm a little rough. So I'm like, hey, what are you trying to say? That I can't hang in a rough neighborhood? It was great. It was great up there. But
you can ride your bike really fast away from danger.
So 1 second, back to student loans at the 2ND. I'll buy it. If the borrowers don't have to pay it back, then who gets the bill? What if the universities back their loans?
Ooh, now we're talking.
Yeah. So not only do I have to graduate you, I got to ensure that you're employed so that we can pay it forward. So
Robert, I think that these are good comments. You borrow, you pay it back. I think those are all good. My thing is like
the PPP loans, like that, right?
I didn't have to pay mine back, Brad. They were going to give me another one.
Wait,
they were going to give me two of them.
I'm sorry, but I thought that he said if you borrow, you pay back. Like, how is that not?
Right, yeah, PPP. I told my accountant, I said, I don't want a government handout on anything. He says, man, you better take it. You're going to be paying for it with these other corporations and everything. Corporations like Lowe's, Lowe's had record numbers in the shutdown because people were building decks because want to get outside. And yet they got probably $1 billion in PPP loans they didn't pay back. I'm just saying it just.
Tiffany, don't you love this?
Right.
John, think about the number of things that did not exist before the pandemic. I mean, think about it. It's like, you know what, guys? We're going to launch some ideas. Stay with me. Patio furniture through the roof. No more of those folding chairs. We're going to be doing full on couches, beds, for outdoor fireplaces.
Everybody goes outside.
So decks. We're not even going to make them out of wood anymore. We're going to invent some shit that people will use instead of wood. And it's going to be a whole thing. Stay with me. We're going to have people so into their phones they'll never even talk to each other. Oh my gosh. We're gonna do this, guys. I mean,
Are
like,
we doing conspiracy theory right now?
You forgot that. Yeah, we should do that.
It's like that was spot on, Tiffany. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
we're to that
But
portion of the program.
But think about like all the things. And so no better time to launch a bunch of crazy shit than right after you shut down the world.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
So you forgot
Who was president though?
you forgot how they started it out. You remember how they started out? You need to buy toilet paper because this COVID or this pandemic gives you the poopies. So remember, we had a toilet paper. That was the first thing that happened. Remember, it was a toilet paper. Buy
I
the
really
toilet
don't
paper.
think we talk about this stuff enough because that was all just a messed up time.
It
We
was-
need to all recognize.
I don't even know.
I mean, like during the pandemic, I changed industries for work. And the best part was my daughter had to come home during her freshman year of college. And for 4 months, we didn't have football, we didn't have cheer, we didn't have school friends, we didn't have work. We just really got to spend time together. So
That was nice.
Yeah,
But
for a
what
mom
about
who graduated in 2019, it was nice to have her full attention and not even having to compete with like friends and stuff like that. So that was.
well, but what
that was-
about the college athlete that was, their last year of eligibility and they didn't get to do
Well, they
that?
got an extra year. Well,
And a lot of people were deprived of, of life.
Couldn't
too.
walk at the graduation. You didn't get to do
they
your
lost the
graduation.
but they didn't.
You didn't
lose
get to
their-
go see grandma that was dying. I mean, it was like grandma died alone.
No,
that's
my favorite
that's the
thing, though-
Democrats' fault, Brad. That's all the
I know
Democrats.
because
did
of the
that.
Democrats. Like that, if I
Blame
had,
it on them.
I could just be like, because the Democrats.
Good. Okay, well, here, since we're to the conspiracy, let's go on this.
Hey y'all, it's time for the conspiracy theory, so you better get your tinfoil hat out and let's see what's going on this week.
My tinfoil hat's getting a little raggedy. Got foil falling off the back. It looks like my toupee's coming off there. Let's fix it there. There we go. Yep. So yeah, the conspiracies. We don't have the Queen of Conspiracy Fact here, Lucy. So
I know. So Camper Dan told no higher education than street smarts. Do you know, Camper Dan, you could probably make a class. You could probably sell that online. You could sell your street smarts class and show people how to get
JJ
that.
Bittenbinder. There's a detective from Chicago named JJ Bittenbinder who did a thing called Street Smarts. If you guys have never seen the John Mulaney stand-up where he talks about that, you guys need to check that out because it's all about street smarts. You got to be, on the street. Ready.
yeah, you need that. You need to be.
teach
We
that
used to call that common sense and all that. So Spiro's got to go. He does business with China, so he's got to talk to his buddy in China.
One Spiro, I'm gonna do the HVAC thing. Maybe I would totally do that. Yeah.
That would be good. So, does anybody have any conspiracies? I mean, it seems like we're living in a conspiracy right now.
My conspiracy is that, I don't know. Israel and Hamas, are they at peace right now?
Well, the Hamas is shooting some people in the street allegedly. So,
And Israel responded though too, right?
yeah, they probably burned
Okay.
some children in the orphanage. I don't know.
Are we blowing up boats in the ocean?
Yes,
Okay.
they are doing that. And
You heard
apparently,
the song. You have heard the song "Cake by the Ocean." What about boats in the
But-
ocean?
I mean, boats and hose. I love that.
well, I guess 2 people survived getting bombed. 2 people survived, and they sent them back to the country. It's like,
I mean, why didn't we arrest them? Or
I don't know. How do they know that this is drugs? I mean, that's my thing.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But you got to admit, there's a lot of drugs on the streets. I mean, they're coming from somewhere. I don't think that the dude here in Mars Hills got a meth lab set up in his basement that's sublime and all. I mean, it's possible, but I just don't
There's,
think there's more
there's
to
those
it.
kind of things everywhere, though. And I don't know how you stop the manufacturing of it. But again, there's the due process. There is some way of, if you can see a boat from whatever they're shooting, like that's the creepiest damn part, is that it's we're seeing
Well,
like
you
target.
you heard that thing. Tommy's talking about the scandal of the 8 senators that were spied on by one of the Democrats. I'm sure, Brad, is worse than Watergate. But
No, but Watergate. He said Watergate was a hoax too. Trump did the other day, and I'm like,
I think it was. They used any means necessary to get Nixon out, and that's what they got him on. It's like, well, they say
check and balance.
I'll give you the crime or whatever that is.
That's
so
what they heard.
Yeah. Well, it's a Watergate. I was a little kid when that was going on. I just remember it was on TV every day.
But no, I still think Merrick Garland is like the worst attorney general, just because I'm like, you just dragged your feet on all that. Yeah, is that Jake Smith is the
it's Jack Smith, I think.
Jack Smith, yeah.
Yeah, Jake.
Special counsel. I would have just loved for any investigation to actually be completed.
Then nothing happens to people. It was
like you just got to the end
boy.
and it was like, nope, you're done. And it was like, well, where was the ending to it? There is
going to forget all this stuff.
And now Trump is going to sue the Department of Justice for $230 million.
Really? For what?
For like damages because of the Department of Justice going after him. And he's in control of whether or not he can pass this.
Are you guys to the point where it just seems like it's all just retaliation and you just find yourself wondering if any of this stuff's true, or if they just throw it out there and people say, well, I figured that person was like that, so I'm sure it's true. To me, it's like, I don't get it. This mortgage fraud stuff, and seems like it's pretty ticky-tacky to me. But
I think it's all like, I mean, it's like a different level than us. Like, John, you always say the George Carlin line, it's a club and
it's a club and we ain't in it. Yeah.
And it's just, there's like a ruling class and then there's the living class, and it is a strange mix right now.
Yeah,
You
it's
forgot
like
Sturridge, the bottom of the Titanic. Sturridge.
Hey, did you see where they found a guy's suitcase from the Titanic and they pulled it up? I didn't stick around. I couldn't watch. My ADHD kicked in. I didn't see if they opened it or not, but they found one in there, down there, and we'll see. And that was from 1914. When did the Titanic crash and burn?
1912.
1912. That's a long time ago.
Well, aren't they done? Haven't people learned their lesson yet, messing around with that stuff?
With the Titanic?
Yeah, with the wreckage.
Oh, I don't know. I apparently not. I wonder if you have to have. I wonder if you can just go down there if you're just a regular guy. If you can just go do it, or do you have to? Who owns it, or who's monitoring? Is there a police? If you
international water.
Yeah, God owns it. That's
Okay,
yeah.
so
that's why people don't need to be down there. You said it, Brad. God owns it. What are y'all doing?
Yeah,
I mean, you might get blasted out of the ocean too if you
yeah, if
you don't announce where you're going.
Take a quart of cocaine with you, and you'll be blowed up. That's what.
Did we know that there's stuff on the boat, or
Well, what do you think they're doing? Are they one of those? I don't know. Sailing.
I mean, most of the time you would stop the boat then, and then arrest them.
This is. I will tell you, Brad. This is a really good opportunity for the Coast Guard to kind of be like, oh, we're out here doing our thing, and as an Air Force
those
veteran,
guys have machine guns.
As an Air Force veteran, I will not miss or overlook the opportunity to make fun of the Coast Guard. But we see you guys in our rivers and our lakes. Take on the ocean. It's right there. Guard the coast.
But I think funds were diverted away because of the Space Force. That is totally necessary.
Oh,
Hey, no doubt, but the Coast Guard has been around forever. Get in the water, guys.
They should
get in the water.
Deploy everybody.
I think that the Trump administration is giving blow a new name or new another name. Cocaine, but.
That's my conspiracy theory, though, is that Don Jr. is really actually just commandeering the boats, and they're they're fake blowing up other boats, and he's just taking away all the coke.
It's the
Don
same.
Jr. Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I'm Venezuelan and I got a fast boat, I'm not going to be going out. But to me, I still, are they looking on satellites, or I heard that
That
these are.
begs the question: what is the best way to smuggle your cocaine into America?
You need to watch
Mules.
that. You need to watch that movie, The Lion. It talks about the guy that used to smuggle the airplane. He'd fly in and he'd smuggle the stuff in. But yeah, I would think it wouldn't be
What is the
that
best way
difficult.
to fly it over?
But you
and
think about it, you think about it, whenever they arrest some of these guys, even here in India or whatever, they always find them with three things. What three things are that? Cash, guns, and the dope. So it's like they don't have the guns because
I was going to say like
they're,
American Express card. I mean, like, wow, you took me on that one.
Yeah. That's why,
that's
you know,
part of the cash, Tiffany. I mean, that's the
legalization and regulation, John. That's
cash. Hey,
the
you forgot
answer.
taxation, Democrat.
And total taxation on it.
So
Yeah.
let's end this fiasco with this. What do you think? Do you think we're going to get the legalized weed? Tiffany, what do you think?
Medical, yes.
Medical, yes.
Oh,
Brad,
are you
what do
talking about nationally or
Yeah.
No,
locally?
just Indiana. I mean, well, that I guess let's put it this way. If it goes nationally, I think Indiana, because that's their big excuse.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the feds. It's the feds.
I think it'll go legal national, because I think Trump will find another thing to keep us preoccupied, and I think that's one of them. So yeah.
Oh, that's real conspiracy, Brad. I love it. You're
You
coming
know what,
along
Brad?
nicely.
I'll take it a step forward, because that will be yet another revenue stream of income for the government and for states. And what it will do, it will ensure that we'll have another Republican president after Trump. So I think it's a
Yeah,
good thing.
We'll
Yes,
see about that. I mean,
I don't think so. That's not gonna like sway people.
I think it will, because it'll be a new industry and a national industry. And then what it does, it's brand new revenue stream. It takes people who are other industries, people who aren't happy, people who are not in the workforce, and it creates opportunities someplace else.
so do you?
Maybe
So you?
people out of the service industry. The possibilities are amazing. And when you can grow prosperity among people who are not currently voting, they're going to look at, well, who's created this prosperity for me? Am I doing better now than I was now? Wow, these Republicans really got it together. And maybe these are the types of policies that are best for helping to have a prosperous country.
Well, let's put it this way: 3 more years of Trump, all the Democrats are going to need the weed just to ease the pain. So let's see. Oh, I had another follow-up question there, but I got so interested in listening to what you were saying, Tiffany. I forgot it.
Honestly, Tiffany, thank you for that pro legalization argument. That was beautiful. Yes.
And I do maintain that Mark Sanchez should go with CTE as a defense. I do maintain that.
That was devious, though. That was, yeah.
Bulletproof. It is bulletproof.
Yeah,
We've just noticed that he's been acting erratic and he has explosive anger. It's been like this, it's been gradual. It's been building.
yeah. So at point of order here, I'm going to Norma and Al Unser. They're sponsoring a traumatic brain injury and handicap thing for the motorsports at the Forest Lucas estate. And yes, yours truly and Lisa are going to that, and it's cocktail sneakers.
John, I'll give you $100 if you go buy a monocle and if you wear it.
Oh, really? Oh, that because
Yeah.
it's one of those what is that? Dress up with the sneakers thing. It's a cocktail.
That's fine, but if you go with a monocle,
where would I get something like that?
Amazon. My God. You went with a monocle, I would lose my.
I'm doing it. You don't even have to. You don't even lose. Lisa's going to kill you for this. I'm already going to be
usually attached to a chain too for some reason.
Oh, I'm going to have the full peanut. I might even get one of those little canes. Like the peanut guy
totally.
has.
Like the Monopoly guy.
Yeah, the Monopoly. I've been playing that at McDonald's. I'm going to clean it up.
There you go.
All I need is like reading railroad, and I'm going to win all the railroads. So, yeah, I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to get the little the thing, and oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So
Oh, man, you're going out to the banker from Monopoly. I love it.
yeah, I'm gonna start practicing right now with my monocle. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
You
okay.
gotta use it all day. Oh my god.
I gotta get a picture. You don't have to pay me. I'll do it for free. I'll do it for free just for your entertainment purposes. So but there's I think there's 38 tables. 38 tables at this thing. So and it's not a cheapie. It's not cheapie. It's
When is it?
No, that's awesome. That
it's
sounds
this
fun.
Friday. It's this Friday at the Lucas Oil Estate. I hope it's not slippery. But don't like drive off in the grass because of all the oil up there.
I got
in the
yeah.
Lucas Oil Estate. Never
We
mind.
really need just like a kind of.
No, we don't. Don't encourage me. I've
Oh,
already got
sound effects would be fun.
What's that?
Sound effects would be fun. But
Yeah. I don't know if I have any. I don't know how to do that on this thing. I barely can run a show here. So, Brad, let's get Bopp in this. Let's get this Bopp thing nailed down. You got a week to do it.
And I just want to talk.
1 second. Did you see what Tommy Ice said? If you have 4 huge boat motors, you ain't fishing.
That's
If you're going that fast, you ain't fishing. Love it.
okay. Yeah. That is crazy. Those motors are like, I see these boats out and I just don't know how people can afford these things. Those 300 horsepower motors on these things. And there's a guy that I serve homeless with. He's on a boat racing team. And about 3 months ago, his boat, how it goes underneath and just submarines or whatever. They had to rebuild all the motors and the boat and all that. I'm like, man, that's just it's a fortune, and to go race this boat. So,
That's what I need to get into is just the industry of boat racing because apparently they'll buy anything.
I don't know how the spectators are they out there swimming on the raft?
Can you find more information at the library?
Oh, absolutely! I'm going to be getting a whole collection just on boating.
537.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm gonna go with that. I'll tell you what 537 is tomorrow when I go in. So
so there's 2 things about a boat. The happiest day, a boat owner, the happiest day is when they buy it, and the happiest day is when they sell it. And the other one is a boat is a hole in the water you throw money into. So those are the 2 things I know about boating. So, but that's that. So, okay. Anybody else got any more conspiracies? Let me see if I got anything. No.
Oh, one.
Okay.
So this goes back to a conversation I had with my dad. So we were just chatting about Trump, calling up the National Guard to go into some of these cities that have high crime rates. And I was talking to my dad about it. And I said, Dad, no matter what you think about President Trump, I think it's really a good thing that he's, federalizing troops and sending them in to some of these cities, because certainly even Black moms, even brown moms want their children to grow up in safe areas. And, nobody really benefits if kids can't play outside and areas aren't safe and places have lawlessness. And he was like, yeah.
Were you the eye doctor?
And I said, Dad, if certainly, like the mayor and the local police have done everything that they can, because if they could make the city safer, they would, right? Yeah. So love or hate him sending those troops to some of those cities is a good thing.
He just got the approval today to go to Portland. The 9th district said that you're allowed to do it, King.
Yeah. And I loved having that conversation. I loved having that conversation with my dad, because it's like, it just really challenges, because people want to think that whatever Trump does is going to be bad for women. It's going to be bad for Black people. It's going to be bad for poor people. It's going to be bad for this.
It's just going to be bad.
And if you just think it through, it's like, well, if the local people could handle it, certainly they would make it better for the people. And then it's like, even in these inner city areas, even the poorest welfare mom wants her kids to grow up in safety. Well, you can't, no mom wants their kid growing up in a war zone. So he's trying to help people. And there's no agenda behind that. I'm sorry, Brad. What is the agenda behind how does Trump benefit if he makes some of these Democrat-run cities safer? What's the bad in that?
Nothing, Tiffany. Like Donald Trump is doing this out of the goodness of his heart. He has no motives. There's no
other than making poor people who live in poverty like him.
Yeah, I mean, yes, he's making the correct decisions by sicking the U.S. military on its own citizens easily.
At the state level. Is that not a good path to making America great again, or do we just keep it lawless?
I mean, how many more states until it's right? When does the military come out?
In 3 years, I think it's going to come out.
Ever? There's no end date.
Program. Let's do this in Indianapolis. Let's see what
happens. Oh my God, Tiff! Like, no, this is like a whole other show that we would need to do.
Hold on, I got to go. The National Guard's out in my yard.
Let's keep people safe. Yeah, they probably would be in your area, John, rolling through, deuce and a half.
Rolling. Yeah, we still got a couple things going on up in here. But I haven't had anything stolen lately, but I haven't really had anything out to be stolen. I sort of don't do that. But okay. All right, kids, let's wrap it up. We did a pretty good job here doing that many minutes without really anything to talk about. This was like a Seinfeld episode. We just show about nothing.
Kramer.
Yeah. That was a pretty good Kramer imitation. Oh, where was Spiro when I needed him?
Okay.
It scared me for a second. So,
I figured Jerry was going to be taken, so and I didn't want to have to be Elaine.
I'm trying to find the banner, but somehow maybe it got erased.
You didn't put the banner up.
I know it. It's like, well, we're all going to jail now.
People are going to think we're crazy.
Where did it go?
Not me.
I had a question. Oh, he did it too. Well, he doesn't get to do this question.
Oh, he's audio only. He's still
I'm audio only, John. Don't worry.
Okay, he's audio only. I don't want to hear anybody peeing in the background here. Okay, so
fun fact: non-criminals have no problem with the National Guard showing up.
Yeah. So,
who is this person? They are funny.
And it's actually our YouTuber, D2 Indy. That looks like Drew. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
That sounds like Drew. Maybe. So here we go. Here's something that I just ran across. I had this on my list and didn't do it. So this is the Department of Energy says it's finalized a $1.6 billion loan guarantee to subsidize to a subsidiary, that's a company, of one of the nation's largest power companies to upgrade nearly 5,000 miles of transmission lines across 5 states. And it goes on to say predominantly in coal planted states here. So, and that is AE, it's not AEI, it's not our one here. It's another one.
I hope we get some.
Well, Indiana was on the list. It said 5 Midwestern states, but 5,000 miles in 5 states. Is that a lot? So here's a fun fact for you. Fun fact. Yeah. There is more pipelines under the ground than there is roads.
Of course, duh. So wait a minute. Let's go back to the comments. Let's find more fun facts.
Okay, who's got one here? Oh, there it is. AEP. Hey, Tommy Ice is on it. That's AEP is the power company that's getting these that's getting this thing. So you got to wonder who's behind that little deal. So
more fun facts.
More fun facts.
Scroll up.
What do you mean scroll up? Oh,
can you move up in the comments?
Oh, here's one. This is that's $100K just for the engines on those narco boats. Yeah, that's true. I mean, just like a 40 horsepower Mercury is like $4,000. So you got to think those are expensive. So who else has got one here? Tommy Ice is all over this one. It started under Biden. So this is a Biden plan to do this, which is good. I think we have some pretty old infrastructure. It's not Drew. D2 Indy's not Drew. So you're thank goodness you're already ahead of the game, not being Drew. So okay, fun fact. Here we go. Data centers use a S load of electricity. I don't know what S load is, but it sounds like a lot. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Tiffany, for doing that. So Brad's back. So Brad, do you agree?
At D2 Indy, so are you saying that the electricity and then also they're running the cable through the 5 states, it's all connected?
Oh, I think they're saying that.
How is it not? Like,
So we're going to get data centers somewhere because we'll be needing or producing, or the energies are coming. Bingo!
Wow, you figured it out. Tiffany has a new friend in the audience. D2 Indy is Tiffany's new friend.
Like this.
I'm sure you'll probably be
a secret Santa. It's like I get all these
Yeah.
gifts and I don't know who they're from.
A D2 Indy on the shelf type of thing. So we'll do that. All right, that's enough fun facts for tonight. I'm elderly. I'm tired.
D2 Indy, make sure you come back.
Yeah. Well, I think they've been back, and our YouTube audience seems to be growing a little bit. Because it's funny because Woody.
Yeah, right, dude. The cost of living. So this is my concern.
Biden economy. You know,
This is my
no Biden
concern.
economy that's doing this.
Can I just share my concern? My concern is that, okay, I'm 52 years old. And when I retire and I have grandchildren, like they're going to come to my house and I'm legit going to give them a Coca-Cola. And it's going to be like a fucking $20 glass bottle that I open up and I'm like, drink every sip. Better recycle that. I mean, like, I'm afraid that prices are gonna like we're gonna end up in the upside down where everything is so expensive, and I'm going to be that old lady who's like learning to knit with like Kroger bags. And
and you're gonna have TV guides. You're gonna have your TV guides.
and I'll, and I'll be going to bed at night and unplugging all the appliances and saving paper plates and using them on the other side. I mean,
your new friend says it'll be cane sugar too. It will be like the old.
Right.
Good. We should be conserving our resources, right? That's not anything to be.
I'm afraid that inflation's going to be sky high, and I'm going to be a poor old lady because, like, you get onto that fixed income, and everything continues to accelerate. My grandkids are going to come over, and I really will be pulling a Werther's Original out of my pocket, and it will have cost me $50 for a bag of candy, but I'll be like, eat the wrapper,
Dude, Werther's are worth it though. Those are pretty damn good.
Those are good for grandma candies.
Grandparents always legit had the good shit. Like if your grandparents are giving you Pez and stuff like that, they don't love you. But,
my grandmas were both my grandmas and grandpas. I didn't know one of them. He passed away when I was real little, like one. But the other one, he was in the war and he was an engineer. He actually was an engineer on the original airport here in Indianapolis and Highway 37. I still got his little stamp because back in the day, you had that stamp that you clamped into the paper for your engineer stamp and all that. It's pretty cool. And when he was in the war, he's got a little seal that, how you make the hot wax on your envelope and put your stamper in that. And I have that. I need to get it translated, see what it says. Probably says, go to hell or something. or Johnny, get out of my tools.
Oh wait, can we say what our favorite Prince song was because of the guitar?
Wait.
Oh, I just dropped it on.
Speaking of hell, last Tuesday night, I was in Atlanta with my daughter and I was in hell. We went to a hot yoga class, and hot yoga has got to be the closest thing to hell that there ever could be. And I think that if anybody's concerned about their afterlife, you really need to go to hot yoga to understand how uncomfortable it can be. Number one, it's hot. Number 2, the air is hot. Number 3, you're sweating from every orifice. Number 4,
It's hot.
there's no breeze. The breeze is hot. And I brought some water
Convection
with
oven.
me, and my water got hot. And so, you know how they say there's no cold water in hell? So when you're doing hot yoga and your water is room temperature, your water is 105 degrees, that does not quench your thirst. So what it does is it's like nothing. It is not quenching. And then you pour it on, you don't feel it. So I think if anybody,
That's not room temperature. Yeah.
the room is 105
No, I know,
degrees.
but Jesus, like
How hot is it, Tiffany?
105 degrees.
That's unhealthy.
Hot yoga. So that's my point, is that if people are like, the afterlife, I'm going to roll the dice. Dude, go to hot yoga.
Hot yoga, it'll fix you right
The
up.
only thing worse than being in a hot place is being made to stretch. The average person doesn't stretch anyway. So stretching someplace where you're hot and miserable.
You don't wake up and you got to bust out the small circles and then the big circles and then backwards.
How often do you stretch for an hour?
No, you don't do it for an hour. Jesus.
I used to hate that stretching.
Hot yoga. So you're stretching for an hour and it's hot.
So, well, Tiffany, your new friend loves our show. So this show's awesome, talking about hot yoga. My cousin Laura Steele loves hot yoga. Maybe you saw her there at some point. So
is there a hot yoga place in Indy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got them in Fishers.
Probably more than one.
Do you want to go do hot yoga? We need somebody to send us to go do hot yoga. I mean, Brad, if you want to go, I'll go with you because I'm right with the Lord. I tell you what.
Yeah. Well, I'll go.
So, go straight to church and do not pass go.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, everybody go out and do some hot yoga. I mean, just go out and do it. And then, this is my Lee Greenwood guitar, and this is Lisa's Prince guitar that Kenny Warden made. You really need to see these up close and personal. They're just works of art.
No viewing room.
So it's good. It's good. It's good. All right. That's it. We're done. We're officially done now. So you people have fun this week, and
we're going to get Jim Bopp though.
Tiffany, you need to get a guest to keep up with Brad. Don't let Brad outdo you here. Get us a guest. Get us a guest. Get us a guest that people are going to go like. Brad comes up with Jim Bopp. I would have never guessed in 100 years that he would even have even know to call Jim Bopp. And then besides that,
works at a library.
I mean, all I did was I sent it to the most general contact information that was available.
You didn't tell him you were a Democrat or anything?
He probably had the P.O. box from the Teen Beat magazine and send your self-addressed stamped envelope.
No, it's just his website. He's got, he's an attorney. He wants people to reach out and be like, hey, I want to disagree with this legally.
Envelope too.
It'll be interesting. I've had some conversations with him in the past, always pleasant. So we'll see. So Tiffany, the bar has been set. You have to get somebody. You need to get a prominent Democrat. That's because Jim Bopp's, like the godfather of the Republican Party. I mean, he wrote the bylaws for the thing. So
the more I read about him,
you got to get us Pete Buttigieg. Get him on here.
Really?
You could do it.
Brad, are there any prominent Democrats that I should reach out to?
Well, no, don't help. Don't help her, Brad. Don't help her. She's got to figure it out on her own.
A prominent Democrat?
Yeah. You could get the
No, I was laughing more at the joke of like Tiffany being like, are there any prominent Democrats? Like,
oh, I did. That one went right over my head.
Yeah.
Robert says hot yogurt. That's nasty too. That's bad. On that note, we're gonna kill this show off. Show 243 in the books. No Jim Bopp. Maybe next week. Tiffany's gonna get a prominent Democrat if she can find one. Her thing there. So where's the ending? There it is. I'm doing the short ending tonight. Short ending. So this is the Brad ending.